Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to r/maliciouscompliance. And quickly before this video starts, I just want to say, like 60% of you aren't subscribed to the channel, so if you did subscribe, we could hit 100k really fast, and that would be really awesome, so thank you and please do that. But without any further ado, let's get right into the stories. Do you have this in a men's 11? Quick background, I work nights and I'm usually out by 6 AM, but on this day my replacement arrived late. I managed to get only a few hours of sleep because family started showing to help prepare for Thanksgiving dinner. After Thanksgiving dinner, my girlfriend and her family wanted to go Black Friday shopping. They came by for me and I still only had a few hours of sleep in me. While in a store, I saw a tiny, two-person bench in the shoe section. I took a seat. No one was sitting there or in any of the other 3 benches, so figured it wouldn't be an issue. An employee comes up to me. "Excuse me?" "Oh, I'm sorry." Shifting because I figure I'm in her way. "No, these seats are for those trying shoes on. I need you to move." "I'm sorry, I saw these were empty, so Well, you have to move." I used to work retail, so I'm always respectful and try to make things easier for retail workers. Between being tired and the way she approached things, I went a different route. "Fine," reaching out to the nearest shoe, a heel. "Do you have these in a men's 11? That's a woman's shoe." "I'll take that as a no then." Reaching for another, "What about this The employee ended up walking away. Maybe the crazy shoppers had gotten to her, but no one was even glancing at the shoes. I wonder why that employee cared so much because, you're sitting on an empty bench with no one else around. Why do you care? "Fine, take your dang battery." I used to run commercial sales for a particular location of a major auto parts company. I was good at it and we got very busy. The phone sometimes didn't leave my ear for an entire shift answering calls. It was rare for me to be up front unless I was pulling items for a customer or looking for one of my drivers, and helping walk-in customers wasn't my job. I didn't have enough time to deal with them anyway. This led me to being the manager who throws people out, because they knew I wanted to get back to my desk in the back to do my work, especially during the afternoon when we got busier. One day, I'm on the phone with one of my best customers, and he's placing a huge order. The kind of order that will require my guys to make 2 trips to get him everything, and 2 motors that we needed to have an actual truck scheduled delivery for. I'm in the middle of this order, and I hear my least favorite words screamed from the front, in the most Karen voice I have ever heard. "Get me someone who knows what they're talking about. Get me your manager." Now, the shift lead was busy helping customers as well. The store was slammed, and the store manager was on his lunch. I was the most senior member there, but I was management in a different department. Technically not my job. So the kid helping her comes back, says that the shift lead told him to ask me because of how busy they are. I tell him I can't right now and that it's the shift lead's responsibility. Where they were if I tried, I could hear the conversation, and I caught bits and pieces, but all I really knew was it involved a battery and she was ticked. As far as I could tell though, she hadn't started swearing or abusing the employees at all. I go back to my call thinking nothing of it, then hear Karen again. "You're even stupider than the first kid." Of course, I prepared for what was next. The shift lead comes back and practically begs me. I got the all clear from my client to put him on hold for a minute to go deal with it. Walking out, I'm sure my face didn't hide how ticked I was. It went as follows. "What do you need?" "A battery for my husband's car. He asked me to pick it up and your employees aren't helping." "Did he order it for pickup?" "No." "What kind of car?" "Hinder." Honda what? What year? What engine? I don't know. What can you tell me about it? It's a Honda and it's green. Then we can't help you. Gonna need to know more about the car. Call your husband, use the store phone if you need, and find out and we can help you. Just get me the freaking battery. I can't. I don't know what battery you need. Get me the freaking battery. You know what? Fine. I went and got her the most expensive battery we had, which was a $400 truck battery, and told my guy to ring her up and went and finished my sale. Her husband came in that evening to return it and get the correct battery for about $130, and I'm told he was laughing about it and apologizing for her behavior, but I didn't get to see that myself, unfortunately. People that know cars, would a Honda work with a big truck battery or would it just not work at all? Please let me know. Wanted the cheapest battery, but not that one. So I work at a car parts store. A customer came in and after we exchanged greetings, he told me to get him the cheapest battery we had. I asked him what his car was. He told me that it didn't matter what car he had. He said I needed to get him the cheapest battery we had. And I had to do it because he was the customer and the customer is always right. My brain immediately went to compliance mode, so I walked over to the battery rack, grabbed a small battery used to power hearing aids, and scanned it. The customer then complained that he couldn't start his car with that. I reminded him he asked for the cheapest battery we had, and this battery was a whole $3. He demanded to see my manager. Lucky enough for me, my manager was sitting a counter over, listening the whole time. So I turned to my manager, let him know I needed him, and he told the guy I complied with his request. He then said if the customer wanted a car battery, we need to know his vehicle. The customer just stormed out in a huff. Me and my manager shared a laugh. We're pretty sure he wanted to cause damage to his car so he could attempt to get money out of the store. In the end, he was just a big joke. Well, I guess that kinda answers my question. Putting a smaller battery in would break his car. Welcome aboard, new customer. My house insurance came up for renewal last week, and they sent me a letter saying it would auto-renew at some ridiculous inflated price. So, as usual, I hit up the price comparison websites and did some research. After about half an hour of searching them all, I found a decent deal. It was the same price as my renewal, but with £50 cash back. Oh, it's with the same insurer I'm currently using. I set up the quote, saved it, and then phoned them to ask them to simply renew at the quote minus the cashback rate, i.e. £150 instead of £200, to save all the fuss. The operator told me it wasn't possible. I said, okay, then give me the policy with the cashback, £200, and then send me the £50 cashback. I was told that I don't qualify for the cashback as it's for new customers only. They then asked me if I'd like to just renew at the rate on my renewal letter. Instead, I said no, I'd like to cancel the renewal of the policy completely. I was given a stern warning that I wouldn't be covered anymore if I did this, and that my policy would last until midnight. I agreed. I was then informed it was all done and I would receive the details of the termination by email. Is there anything else I can help you with? The usual sign-off message of call center operators everywhere. Well there is one thing. I'd like to take out a new policy with you. I have a quote here. Oh. A week later, I received my cashback by check. A few days after, my new customer welcome pack. Surely the company would have something to stop old customers just leaving and then becoming new customers, but you know, you never know with these things. Big sister wants everyone in the house to say please and thank you? Alrighty. Some background info. My sister is a sophomore in online college, and she's kind of a nuisance at home because she's often very patronizing towards our parents. I'm simply a teen. So we were on vacation for Thanksgiving. My sister was ticked at our mum because she told her to look for makeup or something that ended up being found in her purse. She starts yelling at my mum, and she shifts the convo into a rant on how no one in the house says please and thank you. Now some more background and insight. Our family isn't exactly the closest, so our thank yous and your welcomes are just unsaid. But isn't it like that in other families as well? So she ruins the vacation for us by making us say please and thank you the whole time, which everyone in the fam is sick of, obviously. Fast forward a week, and she's asking me to give her a towel cause she just took a shower. Now, I still haven't gotten any revenge for her ruining the feast, so I agree to her demands. What's the magic word? Shut up, I'm older than you. I don't have to say please. So why do you make mum and dad say please when they ask you to do something? Shut up, that was a week ago. I can't leave here until I dry myself. Then stay there until you say please. So now she's stuck in the bathroom for a good 40 minutes until our mum comes home. My sister starts whining about how I didn't listen to her, and I simply replied, well, you didn't say please, so why should I listen? Surprisingly, my mum is on my side on this, cause she was also fed up about how the vacation was. My sister loses 3 arguments and was fed up, so she ended up slamming the door to her room and not leaving there until dinner, where my mum ordered her to do stuff without saying please. I've never heard of families just not using please and thank you and just basic manners just because they're like a family. I don't know, but that seems weird to me. Stupid forms to fill and you'll freeze my cash deposit? I guess your service is worthless to me now. So this happened 2 years ago in my local bank. I worked at a small business I had some parts in, and from time to time I made some deposits. So I had this huge order coming in, and I needed to deposit a lot in the account so I can make the transaction. I collected as much cash and checks I could and went to my bank to make a deposit. Bad start from the start. Only 1 window is opened for businesses, and 9 others are doing nothing. Had to wait close to half an hour to finally get there. Me. Simple deposit, about 4k cash and about 12,000 in checks. Her annoyed. Cash deposits will be frozen for 10 days. Here's a form to fill for checks deposits. Me incredulous. It's cash, why should it be frozen? What form is this? I never had to fill any form. Her getting louder, we have to check out the bill are okay. New policy, have to fill everything. I took the stupid form. Have to fill from, to, amount written, numerals, date, actually rewriting all freaking checks on a single sheet of paper. Plus, I had to add all amounts and write down the total. Oh hell no, I won't do that for all 30-ish checks. I went back to the window. Look, this is unreasonable. You'll have to enter all those anyway in your system. You have no real use for this after that anyway. Her looking at me like I just killed her cat. It's like that. You have to do it. If not, we can't take checks deposits. Me, a bright bulb shining. Right, so if I walk 5 meters over there and make an ATM deposit, do I have to fill this form? Her, like a deer caught in the car lights. No, but ATMs are emptied after bank hours. So in like 20 minutes. Yeah. Great. Now I'll add an additional credit extension to my account for 1 month of 10,000. I think it's $2 worth. Here's $2. Okay, what about the cash deposit? I'll deposit it in the ATM. I guess your service is worthless to me now. She said nothing. Let me tell you, I didn't feel one bit of remorse. Her attitude was atrocious, and she almost eye-rolled a couple of times. That's freaking unprofessional. Telling her that made me feel like $1,000,000. Wow guys, look on screen right now, you see those 2 videos right there? They're pretty good. I think you should click at least one of them and watch another one.